How did you fool your entire high school? In our senior year, our principal installed facial recognition cameras, claiming it was for safety, but they were actually being used to track tardiness, bathroom breaks, and who was talking to whom. Nobody liked it, but everyone felt powerless until I discovered something. The system had a major flaw. It couldn't tell identical twins apart. I tested it with the Morrison twins. They could sign in for each other without getting caught. That gave me an idea. What if everyone became untraceable? I bought 50 incredibly realistic-looking masks from a Halloween wholesale site, all of the same face. It cost me my entire savings, $487, to buy a mask that looked like a generic white man's face. But I had a plan. I created an encrypted Telegram group called Ghost Protocol and leaked a single rule. Friday, October 13th. Everyone would wear the mask all day. No exceptions, no revealing your identity. I hid the masks with QR codes linking to the Telegram group in lockers at school, behind toilets, and inside library books. Within 3 days, all 50 masks were gone, and people were begging for more masks and location drops. The most beautiful part was the paranoia. Teachers started blaming each other. The IT department was blamed. The principal interrogated the computer science teacher for 2 hours. Meanwhile, I was in the main office next door, photocopying QR codes while they argued. October 13th arrived. From my car, I watched as the first masked student entered, then the second, then dozens. The security guards froze, helpless. The facial recognition system crashed, showing the same unknown face in 50 different places simultaneously. The principal was yelling into his walkie-talkie, but this is where the real madness began. At precisely 10:13 a.m., every masked student stood up in their classrooms and silently walked towards the cafeteria. No running, no talking, just 50 identical faces gliding through the halls like ghosts. The teachers followed, confused, some trying to stop us. But how do you punish someone you can't identify? We sat in perfectly straight lines, silently, without moving for exactly 13 minutes, then walked back to class. The principal called an assembly, threatening everyone, saying he would check the security footage and identify us by our clothes, height, gait, anything. That's when phase 2 was activated. 50 more students were waiting, this time wearing different masks, all with identical girls' faces. While we were in the assembly, they flooded the halls, completely overwhelming the footage. Timestamps were overlapping, locations were impossible to pinpoint, but the real masterpiece was the final reveal. At 3:13 p.m., everyone simultaneously removed their masks, revealing that we had all swapped clothes throughout the day. I was wearing Jake's Letterman jacket, Sarah had my backpack, Tommy was wearing Ashley's sweater. The footage was useless, we were untraceable. The principal lost his temper, shouting about suspensions, expulsions, and calling the police. That's when Mr. Chen, our statistics teacher, stood up. "Sir," he said perfectly calmly, "according to my calculations, you have violated the privacy rights of 47 students under State Education Code 22.5. Parental consent is required for facial recognition of minors. You never obtained it. Every parent here could sue." A stunned silence fell. The principal's face went white. Within 72 hours, the cameras were removed. The school board issued an apology. Some parents threatened to sue. The principal took early retirement by December. Here's the twist. Mr. Chen didn't just happen to know that law. I had been feeding